So this car does do the twisty bits pretty well, but not as well as S5. And it does go from 0 to 60 in, I think they said 5 something seconds. I don't know the exact. And I have it in comfort now. Just stopping, don't want to hit the squirrel. Oh, come on. There's no one behind me. If someone was behind me, I couldn't stop. Lucky for you, chipmunk. But it does go pretty fast, and some YouTube reviewers did say that the 2023 Audi A5 Sportback does seem to go faster, and they said it was a little firmer, especially if you have the sport suspension, which this vehicle... Oh, God! You dang bird. Wow. I don't know if that picked up, but a hawk just flew right in front of this car. I would have been pretty devastated if I would have hit it. But, what is with these? Come on. Well, there's no one around. It's 7, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, so maybe this is the time for the critters to party on the roads. Ah, everybody's in bed. But this car does go pretty fast. It's not as fast, of course, as the S5. I think the S5 goes from 0 to 60 in 1 second less than the A5, as if, okay, that's really a big deal breaker for the A5, but as far as handling is concerned, the S5 does beat the A5, and the S5 has the V6 engine, the A5 has V4. Unfortunately, the S5 still has a turbo. But I believe the S5 has a metal water pump, and the A5 has a plastic water pump. Why they just don't have metal across the board, I don't know. Probably cost. Because the S5 is $10,000 more in general. There's another squirrel. Come on, get across. I like driving on Sunday mornings. There's hardly any traffic. I'm so used to getting up early. I typically get up at 5:30, so maybe on the weekends I sleep until 6:30. Sometimes. It's just so nice on a Sunday morning, and it's even nicer in the winter when you have snow falling and you're the only person on the road, because I really do like driving in the snow when I'm about the only person on the road. I hate driving in the snow when there's other people on the road, because you don't know what they're going to do or not do. And a lot of times it's so irritating to me is people don't clean off their vehicles. So then you're driving and you have all this snow hitting your car, and it could even be ice. So I try to stay far away. And I do have confidence, like I said, unless there's 6 inches of snow on my driveway, this car is going to get up the driveway even when it's snow covered. And who knows, it might get up there at 6 inches, but I don't think I'd want to try it. I think you'd need an SUV. The Q5 would probably get up there. So far, this vehicle's has had no issues. There's been a recall for the tires. I think that was the only recall. Yeah, it was the tires. So I got a set of brand new tires this last May. So that kind of is factoring into my decision if I will purchase this vehicle or if I will go try to get an S5, and it would have to be a new S5 in the B9 generation. I don't want the new one. The new one is too techy for me. It's great for people that like the tech. They like the 100% digital screen, but physically I've got the carpal tunnel. I could not operate that vehicle after a certain period of time, even in the driving session, because my wrist would go numb if it's hovering by a screen. This car has some digital, but then I make sure I set the stuff that I need to set before I'm driving. The most important thing is this vehicle is that the climate control is buttons and knobs, so I'm able to easily adjust things while I'm driving, while I'm looking at the road, because I just use touch. Whereas the digital, you have to look at the stupid screen, and I think it's highly dangerous, even with the techie people. And I consider myself techie, but I'm not full early adopter. Oh, I'm going to get the latest technology, because what you have to keep in mind, if you get those types of screens, and this is people that have told me is that these screens fail. And if you have the vehicle with these screens, well, then you're going to be paying a pretty penny to replace it. So that's why I'm not interested in the B10, the all-new S5. Plus, I'm not a fan of the buttons on the steering wheel and the buttons on the door. That's just too much plastic. And again, the look is probably fine for some people, but for me, no. I think I will pass. Plus, I want an opening sunroof, and in the new generation, the sunroof does not open. You can change it from opaque to clear. And then when it's opaque, the sun still can be seen, and it's still shining, so I think it's still putting heat into the cabin. So when you're in a 90-degree day, well, I think your car's going to get hotter than if you have this generation or earlier generation where you cover up the sun shade and keep some of that UV light out, so you don't have as much of a greenhouse effect as I think you probably will with this new generation B10 Audi S5. That's just my opinion. I don't know the scientific test. So I'm considering getting the S5 and I want to make a decision this month, because I did look recently and there are some. And again, only if I can lease it. I don't want to purchase, especially an S5. They can have engine issues. I'd rather just try it out for 3 years, and then if the car doesn't give me issues, I will most likely purchase it. And then if I can't find an S5, if it doesn't work out, then I plan on purchasing this vehicle and keeping it until the wheels fall off. A deer. So, it's a risky time to drive around deer, especially this time of the year. I guess it's mating season. So that's my plan. Like I said, I got 4.5 months to keep this vehicle. Either turn it in, purchase it and sell it. Because if I purchase it, I'm just going to buy it outright. I don't want payments. I don't want interest. Why do I want to pay interest? And then if I was to lease the S5, I would have to see what the money factor is, and if it's 8%, if it equates to 8% rate and all this, I would probably just prepay the lease. And again, this goes back to putting money aside every month, just a little bucket for cars, and then you do it for a long enough time, which I had a long time, then you wind up with decent savings so that you can pay cash, you can have these repairs made if it's out of warranty. And then, like I said, I suggest you get a warranty if you're not mechanically inclined, or you don't know a mechanic who will give you a good deal. I mean, you have to be friends with a mechanic and have them give you a good deal. And if not, then I think you should get the warranty for these vehicles. Because if you don't have a warranty and you don't have savings, then these vehicles will bankrupt you. You'll wind up not doing the maintenance, and then you're just going to have a failed engine, a catastrophic event, and then you're going to have a paperweight. So that's my take on all of this. Okay, get out of the road. So if you enjoyed this video, press the like button. Even if you didn't enjoy this video, just subscribe to help the channel. And thanks for watching.